Hey guys, welcome back to Haplo Gaming. I am very sorry for the delay on getting these reviews out. Sadly, I've had some technical issues, I've had some family stuff, and I was sick for a while. So it's been kind of annoying making these things take longer. But without further delay, here's Valkia The Bloody, the Gorequeen, and she has one of the most straightforward to most fun campaigns that I've done. I would actually say she's very beginner friendly for Warriors of Chaos. And you start out in a very isolated spot. You're surrounded by mostly bad guys. Pretty much everybody around you is a bad guy. You start out at war with these guys here, and you don't really have to. Like, it kind of pushes you. It's like, hey, fight this battle, take this territory, and come down and take their stuff. And you can vassalize people, okay? Don't forget that as Warriors Chaos, you can do that. So, super easy fight in the beginning. You can make it even easier if you want to go ahead and recruit those units. I know I could take money and everything, but I generally prefer to keep as many people as possible because you want to move quickly for her in the beginning. But let's look at a couple of her details real quick. She is in some ways a lesser version of Scarbrand, but at the same time she does have a feature that I really do appreciate. Okay, this is the big one here. Scarbrand doesn't have this. Okay, you get movement back after an enemy retreats. Ain't nobody getting away from you. Just not happening.
Gifts for the champion.
See, we'll just recruit these guys real quick. And yeah, see, now you've got more, and it'll make this fight super easy, even on the harder difficulties. You may have to fight it on Legendary if you want to maximize how many guys you're keeping. But she's very straightforward. She's not a magic user. You can have magic as this faction. You just have to make sure you get the right settlements built, or the right buildings in settlements. So we'll just take this real quick, show a few things off. Again, super easy. Now you've got a vassal. Go ahead and make sure to reduce construction costs. And here's the thing, you don't really even need this right here. The growth is nice, but if you're gonna build it, I wouldn't go past the first one. Just because, you know, you'll maximize your funds and everything early on. But again, wait for that reduction. And if you don't build it, it's not going to take that long, frankly, to get enough to go to the next level. But again, I wouldn't build past the first one. Okay? So she is very much I'm going to get in there, I'm going to fight, I'm going to beat the crap out of everybody. She's got some really good abilities. Okay, and let's look at her personal stuff. You know, this one, it's okay. Increasing the rank of the guys you're recruiting, that's fine. This one is really nice, increasing the diplomatic relations with Norska, increasing your points for your vassals with Norska, giving your guys Vanguard, beautiful. You know, the vigor reduction there and the recovery time, it's very nice. This one though, of course, is where you're going to be really having some fun. You got ambush defense, you got physical resistance, you've got little explosions here. It's very nice. And of course, increasing income for your sacking, or you're raising your settlements, my apologies, and post-battle. And then you've also got the reducing the enemy leadership. Beautiful. But this, of course, you get down to here, you've got replenishment. You're healing. You're in melee, you are healing, you're just doing dandy. So I've sent her into plenty of fights on her own where she's outnumbered by quite a bit, distracting the enemy. And then if you do have magic, you know, just let them do a few bombardments around her, whittle them down pretty quick. So, you know, nothing earth-shattering. She does have some very nice gear too, though. Okay. I enjoyed her quest battles very much so. She's just a fun character. But let's get back to the guide part of this, alright? So we took that. They push, since you start at war with these guys, you think, okay, maybe I should just go wipe them out. No, if you look at it, they're ready to make peace, non-aggression, and they'll pay you for it, but it's only a little bit. What I recommend doing, because every time I've done this, it's been fine. You sit tight after the, you take it, you're in there, you heal, you come down, you force march to the edge of your border. If you got a few units to recruit next turn, before you march down, recruit them, cross the line, recruit. Sack this place. Okay? Sack it, then go to them and ask for peace. Generally, I get like another 2,500. They are much more likely to make peace with you. Okay? So if you see, they're at war, obviously, with our vassal, but they're also at war with the orcs. I don't quite understand how, other than the fact there's just the one territory here, but the orcs are also at war with 2 other people. But that's not really the issue. We're not worried about the orcs. What we're worried about is Malekith. Okay? Malekith is over here. I'd rather keep them in between me and him, because they won't generally be that friendly to them. But you also want to move quickly, because there is a dark fortress right over here. Palace of Ruin. So, sack. You get extra money from the peace and non-aggression. Then you hightail your butt over here. Reclaim this. It's sitting empty. There's nobody there. And from here, you've got 2 options. You can either move quickly, because like the crone is here. She's probably going to take these territories from the orcs. You could move and attack the crone, vassalize her, vassalize the orcs, and then go this way. I personally like to get my rear going as quickly as possible after reclaiming that dark fortress and moving over here to, what is his name? Doggone it. I'll put it in somewhere on the video because I just can't remember his name for the life of me. But there's another Warriors of Chaos boy over here. He's got 1 territory. It's a coastal territory. If you get your rear over here, a couple different things will happen. He will most likely send his boys up here. He'll sit there for a little bit, okay? But there's a couple dark fortresses in these areas. He'll head towards them, and he'll either A, generally leave it completely undefended, or if you can get your rear there quick enough, you can catch him going in forced march, leaving his capital. He may have a full stack, which is why I recommend trying to have a full stack and then not spending these until you get closer. Because like when you insta-add these, you instantly get some units added to your army, okay? Same thing for these. Yeah, they're trash units. And you, alternatively, you could increase your marauders depending on how many you got there. But if you've got near a full stack, you fight him. I recommend fighting him if you can and if you want to because of his trait. His trait is very good. Okay, it's physical resistance, which again, perfect for her since she's getting into combat a lot. Or if you don't want to worry about that, not a big deal to you, you let him move away. He moves away over here, you've ran over here, you go, you're close enough in most cases, you're close enough to sack it and then subjugate him. You still get the souls for subjugation, which then means you've got him as a vassal, you've got his vassals as vassals, and you can move your rear back over here with your main army, either take out the orcs, or go and get the crone first. It's up to you. Some people like attacking the weaker person first. I personally like and recommend taking out whoever is the strongest in the conflict. You earn some goodwill with the weaker side, keeps them happy for a little bit, and you take out the one who's actually a pain. You know, you fight the crone, you get her trade, and then you vassalize her. Very simple. Vassalize as many people as possible, have lots of armies. Something I'm going to point out, again with this right here, we're going to go into the war coordination. You periodically will get little buffs or quests sometimes that'll increase your alliance points. Save those, okay? Save those as much as possible. Make sure to build one of these later on. But save them, that way when you want to do a big push in any direction with all your vassals, if you've got a bunch of points, you just take all their armies. Or at least all their ones that aren't their main lord, of course. And even if it's not that many, you get them all, you do a quick push. Even if they're only like, okay, we've got 5 units here, or they're only half armies. They're 10. Okay, well, you got 4 vassals. You basically got 2 free armies there going with you. It's great. And there are plenty of times you'll get a little buff. It'll have the option where it'll cost 0 alliance points. You just gotta be patient. Okay? So I've done that plenty of times, cost 0 alliance points, got the armies. I'm still sitting on max alliance points almost, so even if I don't have enough movement to do everything I want, because you get the armies and you keep them for about 10 turns. Alright, let's say you can't get everything done in 10 turns because of where some of the armies are located, because of the movement and stuff. Alright, well if you waited and you got that buff, if you're fortunate enough to get the buff, you're sitting on the points, use the maximum with the buff, then you just re-enlist them because you got the points. You go to town. It's pretty easy. She is the most beginner friendly to the Warriors of Chaos. She's in a very isolated spot. You're gonna need to make sure to deal with the dwarves that are over here. I believe they're like right around here-ish. And you've got some Tomb Kings. You can't vassalize the dwarves, and I don't think you can vassalize the Tomb Kings. I honestly don't remember, but it's pretty straightforward. So again, guys, hope this was informative. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, share. Have a great day, guys.